the C100 here at the show, we're actually demonstrating for the first time the Dual Pixel Cmos AF, which is a feature upgrade that's currently available for that camera. And by the way, it's going to be available for the C300 as well a little bit later on. Now, this is a feature that really takes advantage of the fact that the actual image sensor in this camera has got the same basic architecture as the one in the 70D, meaning that each individual pixel has split into 2 photodiodes. And because of that design, we're able to do focus measurement and imaging simultaneously. It's unique in the industry to have that capability. And what we're able to do in terms of autofocus on this camera is very straightforward. It's a center area autofocus only on the C100, approximately 20% high and 25% wide of the total image area. And when you go to the menu on the camera, you just basically select on the autofocus mode whether you want it to be continuous or one shot. When you go into continuous, then wherever you point the camera, the focus will continually update. All EF lenses and EFS lenses are supported as long as they have autofocus. And the idea of actually being able to use it most effectively is supported by another feature we call AF lock. And so you can program any of the assignable buttons on the camera for that function. The normal way that a professional is going to use this is probably going to be to start off in AF lock mode. Be able to kind of aim the camera where they want to actually compose the shot, and then when they're ready, let go of that button so that the focus then comes in. So that instead of the camera just randomly focusing wherever it's pointed, that you as the operator control, where that focus is going to operate and when. So it's a very, very powerful feature that can really save your butt in a lot of situations, because when you have a C100, you got a large chip, you have shallow depth of field, and if you're walking around or your subject is moving, it's a little bit tough to keep focus. But with this feature, as long as they're framed up in the center, you can do that very quickly. There's no change in the sensor at all. All they really did was to turn on the function, and then what they have to do in the service center is be able to calibrate each of the individual pixels so that the focusing is consistent. So in other words, the capability was there from the get-go. It's just a question that they've now been able to activate it. Now, the other question that people are going to ask is, what about other cameras, right? And so as it turns out that with the exception of the C series and the 70D, none of the other EOS models have that architecture on the sensor. So there is no possibility at all of a 5D3 or a 6D or a 7D being upgraded to dual pixel, because their sensors are not that way. You're never going to get it. But as we start moving forward in our future models, we're looking to expand the capabilities and also the range of models that support that feature. In terms of applications, really the only thing you got to think about is whether is the camera moving or is the subject moving, or both. And if any of those 3 situations is true, then this autofocus is going to help you. It's another tool in your tool bag. You don't need to use it, but it's there when you want it.